Okay, so today you're going to be watching a video on 7.6, which is about percent of change. So go ahead and pause this, write this stuff down, and when you're ready to filled it in, press play. Okay, so percent of change. Percent of change is a ratio that compares the change in quantity to the original amount. So a ratio that compares the change in quantity to the original amount. Okay, there's a formula for this. The formula says the percent of change equals the amount of change over the original amount. Okay, so like we've talked about before, we know a ratio from up here is something that compares two numbers, right? So is this a fraction or something that's a colon in between it, that kind of thing. So it's a fraction, a ratio, comparing the change in a quantity to the original amount, which is what you see here. You're seeing that fraction because it's comparing one thing to another. This is just a ratio. Okay, when we do some examples, you're going to really start to understand this. So let's just go. But first we need to talk about percent of increase and percent of decrease. So the percent of change is based on the original amount. If the quantity increases, it's called a percent of increase. So if original is increased, or the percent of decrease would be if the original is decreased. So basically, if you remember what those words mean, increased means that it goes up, decreased means that it goes down. So if you know anything at all, those are the most important things to know. Okay, so on your assignment today, you're going to go a bunch of things that will have these instructions. It'll first say find the percent of change and round that to the nearest whole percent, and then it'll say determine whether it's a percent of increase or decrease. So how you do these is this one says find the percent of change from 10 yards to 13 yards. So the percent of change, it's in that formula, is the amount of change over the original amount. So what you need to see here is going from 10 yards to 13 yards. So how much is it changing? Well, it's adding 3, so it's changing by 3. And then on the bottom here, it's the original amount, which was 10, so that goes in the bottom. Now all you have to do is on your calculator, you take 3 divided by 10, which is 0.3. We need to make that a percent. We're talking about percents of change. So move it over 2 spaces. Your answer is 30%. So that was the first part here. But it also says determine whether it's a percent of increase or decrease. Well, that's when you look at right here. Did the number go up to get to 13 or did 10 go down to go to 13? Well, it went up, so you'd say increase. So your answer for this problem is a 30% increase. That's what you write. Let's try another one. Same exact directions, different problem. So a sweater costs $60 at regular price, and it's now on sale for $52. So you make a fraction. The top number is by how much it's changed. So how much has it changed from 60 to 52? Well, it's gone down 8, so you just put an 8 up there. And then on the bottom, you just write the original number, so 60. On your calculator, 8 divided by 60 is 0.1333, repeating. We know that we need to move it over 2 spaces, And up here it says round to the nearest whole percent, so we'd write 13%. Last part here is write whether it was increase or decrease. Well, from 60 to 52, did it go up or down? It went down. So your final answer is 13% decrease. Okay, we're just going to try a few more of these. At this point, if you know how to do these, I want you to pause it, try it, and then press play when you're ready to see the answer. So here we have some statistics. It's saying that in 2008 there were 460 students in a school, and in 2010 there were 435 students in a school. So we're finding the change from 460 to 435. So the first thing you do for your fraction is you find the change. So how much is it changing from 460 to 435? It's going down 25, so 25. And the original amount goes in the bottom, which was here. On your calculator, take 25 divided by 460, and we get this, etc. We need to move the mustache over to get our percent. But it says round to the nearest whole percent, so if we have 5.4, we're just going to round it to 5. Now, from 460 to 435, did it go up or down? It went down. So your final answer is a 5% decrease. Again, pause this one, try it on your own, and press play when you're ready to see the answer. Okay, so it's saying the price of gasoline in 1981 was $1.30. Price of gasoline in 2007 is $2.85. So what's the change from $1.30 to $2.85? That is what goes on top of your fraction, so 1.55. And the original amount goes in the bottom. So we take 1.55 divided by 1.30, and we get 1.1923, etc. Use the mustache, move it over 2 spots. We get 119%. I know some of you get a little weirded out when we have percents over 100, but remember that is okay. It's basically saying that it went up 100% of the price and plus more. Because if you add like 100% of 130, you get 260, but it went up even far, and that's 285. That's why you have a percent over 100. So then, last part, increase or decrease. Well, from 130 to 285, it went up. So you'd write 119% increase. Last one. Billy had $500 in his savings. He now has $625. So, what does it change from $500 to $625? 125. The original amount goes here. Go ahead and divide that. And we get 0.25. Decimal over 2 spots. So 25%. Increase or decrease? It's going up from 500 to 625. So your final answer, 25% increase. Okay, hopefully this lesson made sense today. If this didn't make sense, try rewatching the video. See if you can make a little more sense of it. Otherwise, you can read the book, see if that helps. Here's your assignment. That is due Monday. We'll go over it. We'll also correct your worksheet from Thursday. Few reminders, IXL is due Sunday. After done with your assignment for today, you can work on the iPad. There's 4 lessons for this week. Your next quiz will be on Wednesday, so it'll be on everything you learned this week. Well, the next Wednesday. Chapter 7 test is the Thursday before the end of the quarter. And if you're doing that Chapter 6 retake, that supplement packet, I need to have that within the next week so we can schedule your retake test. Have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. See you Monday.